Okay, so for this question, given f of x equals to this, which is a much more complicated function, okay, we are being asked to find the local extrema of this function. Okay, so from the previous example, we learned that the location of the local extrema are basically where your slope equals to 0, that is your dy dx, or f prime of x at that particular value of x. Okay, so it's easy. So you find the f prime of x, and then you set it equal to 0, right? But how do you know which points are the local the local maximum, or which points are the local minimum? Now here's a little illustration. Let's say I have a peak and a value right here. So the slopes are positive here, right? Positive. And at this point, okay, the slope equals 0 here, right? And then the function starts to decrease. The function decreases, which means your slope is negative, until here, when your slope becomes 0 again, because the slope of the tangent line equals 0, right? Which eventually comes back up. The function increases as your derivative is positive. Okay, so in this case we could break it into 3 sections, right? Like this. Okay, so this section where the slopes are positive, and you go from positive through 0 to negative, then at this particular point it's a local maximum. And when you have negative slopes through 0 to positive slopes, which means that at this particular point you have a local minimum. Okay, so this is what we call the first derivative test. Okay, so we are going to use this test to find out where the local maximums and the local minimums are for this function. So to start, I take the derivative of f of x. Here we're using the product rule, and then I'm trying to simplify it by taking out common factor and completely factorizing it. Then I set f prime of x equals to 0, okay, to find the local extrema, which gives x equals to -1/2 or -2. Now, just a side note, that if you look at this part, okay, e is a positive number, and any power of e will never equal to 0. Okay, so you could actually disregard this part, okay, when you set the whole f prime of x equals 0. Okay, so for our next step, we're going to fill out this table. So using these 2 values of x's, we are separating the function into these different sections, and these 3 boxes are actually not needed. Okay, so first we want to find f of -2. Okay, when x equals to -2, where exactly is the curve? Where exactly is the function? Okay, so we will refer back to the original function, and we substitute when x equals to -2 and x equals to -1/2 respectively. So here you go. And for the last row, we are going to refer to this. This is the derivative of the original function, because we want to find the slopes. So again, at these two particular points, the slopes equals to exactly 0. Okay, so what about for the interval when x is less than -2? Okay, we are going to just put in some representative numbers, and we want to just find the sign. Okay, we don't even need the value. Okay, say x equals to -1000 for this interval. So when x equals to -1000, this again is always positive. This, when x equals to -1000, this is negative, and this is also negative. In other words, positive, negative, negative, this is positive. And for the middle section, okay, between -2 and -1/2, I am going to pick the easiest number, say -1. Okay, so when x equals to -1, the derivative, again, the first part would just be positive, and this one would be negative, but this would be positive, right? When x equals to -1. Okay, so positive, negative, positive, that gives us negative. So for the last interval, okay, I'm going to pick, I could pick 0, or I could pick positive 1000. Okay, so if x equals to positive 1000, again, the first part is always positive. This would be positive, and this is also positive, which gives us positive here. So this looks exactly like what we have on the right here. Okay, so positive slope, that means I'm going increasing for the curve, and then it goes flat like here, and then it goes downward like this, until at some point it goes flat again, and then it goes back up. Okay, again, positive derivative for the interval means the curve is increasing. So to answer the question, that's how you write it here. Here you go.